I want to start doing futures investments. Hi there, and welcome back to another couples edition of Mina's YouTube channel. I'm Nathan.
I'm Mina.
Hi.
Hi.
And welcome back. Is that right?
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and get this out of the way fast. If you have been here before, but you haven't liked and subscribed yet, what have you been doing? Get on that. Where are you?
Exactly.
We are doing a goodbye to 2020 and welcome to 2021 YouTube video today, where we are going to talk about things we maybe didn't like about this year and some things we want to change for next year. So why don't you go ahead? What are two things that you didn't really like about 2020?
The pandemic.
It's a good one. I think that probably most people agree that not being able to go anywhere safely is a bit of a downer.
Yeah.
What's another one?
The fact that, we couldn't work or we didn't have jobs, most of us.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really have anything that they can do right now. It's been tough for a lot of people.
Not only is it boring, but it's like affecting a lot of people.
I didn't like the constant existential crisis that was the political system in the United States.
That's a good one.
It was just kind of stressful and a bit of a nightmare, and all of it was some general craziness going on. So instead of looking back, though, now we are going to start looking ahead to what we want to be done differently in 2021.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I have a list for Mina. Why don't you go over the things that you want?
You didn't even tell us exactly what we're going to talk about.
I just said some things that we want to do differently in the next year.
See the magic word, though.
New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
As a couple. You can tell because we're both here, and that's how you know we're doing it together.
It'd be weird if we weren't.
Yeah, well, I could Zoom call in maybe.
That would be too much trouble.
What if I was out somewhere and I needed to report on it from far away?
You're overthinking this.
I always overthink everything. Okay, so I've got your list here. So our first resolution is for next year to get her a whiteboard right here so that she can write notes on it, on the whiteboard, and have it right in front of her by the camera, and then we don't need to pass the phone back and forth.
Exactly.
I just thought of that one.
That was super smart.
It's good, right?
So the first thing on my list would be to change my diet.
Anytime she says one, then I have the same thing. I'll probably just chime in right now. Go ahead, finish your stuff though.
I know that's probably most people's New Year's resolution for a lot of years. That has been on my list for some time now. But specifically next year, I want to eat less portions of each meal. So it's easier for me to be a bit healthier and not overeat. I've been doing a lot of overeating this year, especially because of the stress and being at home and there's nothing else to do. And you do the same thing too. We're full and the food is good, but we keep eating and that's really not healthy and it just makes us sick.
You just don't stop because it's just so yummy and your mouth wants more, but your stomach is protesting. It's like, what are you doing to me? I might explode. But your mouth is like, keep shoveling that in there because I love it.
Add a few points.
That is also on my list as well, is trying to eat better, more portion control, more vegetables. I love vegetables, but I have this bad habit of wanting to save them and not eat them all at once. And then when I'm finally ready, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna eat that cucumber. And then I get there and it's already gone bad.
Yeah, one thing I'm gonna add to that is that Nathan actually likes vegetables more than me. I don't really like vegetables that much, and that's one thing I'm gonna add to my diet. Eat more vegetables. There's limited amount of vegetables that I actually enjoy. Cucumbers is one of them. Potatoes, tomatoes. Not
in stuff.
Yeah, in stuff, not raw. A lot of the stuff I don't like them raw, except carrots.
Bamboo shoots.
Oh, when he adds bamboo shoots into the food, it drives me crazy.
Those little tiny baby.
That's one of the reasons I don't eat Chinese food or
water chestnuts
or his Chinese food specifically, because he loves those stuff and he adds them in almost chunks. Okay, moving on.
Go ahead, because I already said mine.
The second thing on my list would be to exercise more. The past 1 month I've been working out, but I've stopped all of a sudden because I got lazy and it was just really hard, especially after not working out for such a long time. And I also want to stay consistent with it this time. That's also part of the goal. Consistency is going to be very important next year.
I also have getting more physical exercise on my list. I used to be, I wouldn't say a fitness freak when I was younger, but there was definitely a point in my life where I went a little crazy.
How crazy?
Very crazy, to be honest.
So you're one of those fitness
I just went overboard. And a lot of people aren't going to believe me on here because I've said this before to people and they don't believe me when I'm being honest. But I was doing an increasing regiment of crunches and push-ups until I was doing 2,000 crunches a day. For anyone at home, it takes a really long time. It went a little crazy. And then I got really tired of it, and I didn't work out again for like 6-7 years. When the year started, we had great plans to be in shape this year, in 2020. And then all the gyms closed. And we were like, we'll just wait for the gyms to open back up.
Well, they did open, but we didn't want to take a risk going to the gym.
Yeah, but they really shouldn't have been open. Bless you. I would love to be able to do 2,000 crunches again, but I'm not sure if I have.
We wouldn't start with that.
No, it takes you like months to work up to doing that, but I would need to have more time in my day, because that was a 2-hour commitment if you include the like half an hour of just crying on the ground in pain afterwards, which you have to build into it, because it's not like you can be like, I'm just gonna do my quick 2,000 crunches and then right after that I have an appointment. No, you can't get up. Your core muscles are so tired. You've angered them. Anyways, on to the next one.
This one is probably gonna be one of the hardest ones on my list, but it's leaving past things in the past and trying not to bring them to my present or my future or let them ruin it. I've been working on that, for some time now, but it is very hard for me. I really struggle with that.
I think you're doing really good though. I'm very proud of how you've been working on that.
Thank you.
You look really pretty, by the way.
Thanks, my love.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan has been beside me for that, and I really appreciate you.
It's kind of my job.
It's not really your job. You make it your job.
Yeah, of course I make it my job.
I haven't had any luck this year. This year has been one of my hardest years, actually. I really just want to work on it next year and hopefully have a better outcome.
You can do it. I believe in you. That's why we're making this list. We're putting it in the universe while we tell you guys about what we want to do differently. Because I think we all have improvements that we can make to ourselves. You know what I mean? But we have to do it for us, not for others. Otherwise,
it doesn't really mean anything. Absolutely. So this next one is gonna be like kind of adding it to that last point. It's not exactly the same thing. It says regret less. I tend to regret a lot from bad things that happened to me in the past, and it kind of ruins my present and my future. I don't want to do that anymore. I kind of want to be like Nathan. Guys, Nathan doesn't regret anything.
I try very hard not to.
There's something that you say about regretting.
Okay, I don't find any purpose in regretting things, because you are who you are today only because of the things you've gone through, because of what has happened to you. So like in a lot of ways, all of those crazy things that you went through, although they were painful at the time, they've molded you into being who you are, They make you more empathetic, more understanding to others, as long as you take the best things that you can from them. So you just have to look at like the best things in your life, because those wouldn't be there either. You can't have the good without the bad.
Exactly.
Guilt is another one. Like feeling remorseful and guilty are not the same thing. Quit it. Either don't do it or don't feel guilty about it. So it is my turn to do one. I want to start doing futures investments. I have been like playing around with it a little bit, but I've mostly been trading fake money. And it's something that I really want to get into and study and understand, so that I can be more successful with what I enjoy, as opposed to things that I don't enjoy. So yeah, simple, easy, quick one.
That sounds good. More money, please. So the next one is the very important one. It should have been the first one on my list. It is to uplift myself more instead of putting myself down / work on my mental health. I tend to put myself down a lot, constantly. It's very tiring mentally and physically, actually. That rhymed, kind of. And I'm pretty sure sometimes it is tiring for Nathan too.
I do get tired of you saying bad stuff about yourself, because like, man, I work so hard to say all these nice things and you're like,
actually, they're all wrong.
No.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And it sucks, and I'm finally admitting to it.
On camera, no less. I have a record. Can't back out now.
Well, I can just cut it out.
Should wait until after she posts the videos to say stuff like that, since she is the one who edits them.
But yeah, I believe that it is gonna help me a lot with my mental health.
Another thing that I want to really work on is trying to take a step back from all of the political craziness. Like, I don't mean like give up on being like present for it or trying to do your best to help those around you and all of those things, but just like take a step back from the crazy amount of stress that it puts me under. But definitely not going to get into political views. Not doing that, right?
No.
No, okay. This video's not long enough anyways. Again,
You can get into it a little bit.
No, I'm not.
Just a little.
I'm not doing it. It's a trick. Take a step back from it stressing me out so much.
You can get very, very intense when it comes to that topic. Another thing I really would want to happen next year is going back to school. I had to put a pause on that because of the whole pandemic. And before that, I was working full time and I was planning to go back this year, but the pandemic happened and it was just a crazy year for all of us. And I was like, the last thing I want to do is go back to school school.
When you're so stressed out, it's just not worth it. Don't do something halfway when you're going to be too busy, too stressed out. Everything's crazy.
Yeah, not only the stress though, but the fact that, you know, most schools were offering only online classes, and that is really hard on some of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have the choice. Like, if I am the one who's choosing the online class, it's fine. We didn't have a lot of choice this year.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of students that actually went back to school were struggling. And I didn't want that.
Yeah, totally. Another thing that I want to get done this year is I want to redo our bathroom. We only have one bathroom in our house, and Mina spends a lot of time in the bathroom, and it's not super nice. I've been living here for 10 years. She's been here for, what, almost 3 now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. But we need a new vanity, and I need to repaint, and that's about what really needs to get done. But I really want to do that for you, so that you enjoy your time in the bathroom more.
I really appreciate that, babe. It means a lot to me.
I'm glad.
That would make me super happy, especially knowing how much time I'm spending there.
You are lucky. Most people have to do their makeup in the bathroom. She does have an entire makeup room in the house. / giant wardrobe.
I am thankful for that.
Could you imagine having to do all your makeup in the bathroom?
I used to do that the first year before, you know.
I got you the vanity pretty quick though.
You did, yeah. It was like my first birthday with you, or Christmas, I don't remember. So it was actually the idea. I kind of blame you for my addiction. The vanity was just like so empty, so I kind of was tempted to buy a lot of makeup, and the room is full of makeup now.
Okay.
Next one on my list is to find a job that I don't hate. Not a job that I love, because that's like setting a very high expectation. We all know that. A job that I can go to work and stay there for some time. You guys know what I mean. You know what I mean, right?
I know what you mean. Totally. I think that's a great plan. Another goal that I have for next year is I want to spend a lot of time working on my music. It's one of my main hobbies is playing guitar and singing.
Not singing,
Yes.
Just singing.
Singing.
No, stop.
It's something I really, really enjoy, and it's something that I want to make sure I give it the effort that it deserves. Easy one.
Yeah, that was an easy one. With that, I don't know if I have it on my list, but I'm probably gonna add it on my list anyway. It is to work on my hobby more, and to also work on my YouTube videos, and to try to stay consistent, because that's very important to me.
She told me earlier she wanted to do 1 video every day.
I don't recall that.
Okay, maybe she didn't. But 3 videos a week for sure. They're here for us.
I don't care about them. Watch me pee on myself when they get here.
What a weird thing to do.
That means I'm scared.
I thought you were trying to like show dominance somehow by peeing on yourself.
Who does that?
That's why I was so shocked. You're like, oh yeah, watch me. What are you gonna do now? Did you just pee on yourself? Yeah. Back away. She's not worth it. I was so confused. What was the expression on your face when you said it? You're like, yeah, I don't care. I'll pee on myself. Like it was some sort of act of defiance that I didn't understand.
Maybe I need to work on my expressions too. Yeah, like I was saying, staying consistent with my videos and posting them when I tell you guys that I'll post them. Otherwise,
Getting them done ahead of time and setting them up.
scheduling them ahead of time, definitely working on that. And that will really help me when I go back to school, because I am known to be a procrastinator. And that's a bad trait to have.
It's bad. It's very, very bad.
Is that a song?
From Shrek. Don't worry about it.
The next one on my list is gonna be working on my skincare / hair.
Yeah, because your skin and hair look so bad right now. I can't imagine why you would want to like make it better.
Guys.
See my eyes? Disbelieving.
Guys will never understand. No matter how much I teach you, you're such a disappointment.
I'm just saying they don't need to be improved. You just need to upkeep.
Yeah, I'm talking about when I'm not wearing makeup.
What you're talking about?
I have some scars. Maybe I can work on. Maybe I can definitely do like a deep mask once a week. All I do is wash my face and put on moisturizer. I need to be more like a girl and actually do not 10 steps. I don't want to do that.
I have to wear a mask out every day.
Haha. That
It was a pandemic joke. You think it landed?
to some people, not me.
But no, I think you have beautiful skin, my love. I think you're absolutely radiant.
Thank you.
Of course. And you know how much I love your hair.
We do. I just feel like I'm losing a lot of hair and it's thinning and all of that.
It's not. It's your imagination, though.
Yeah, my hair is definitely thinning. It used to be way more than that, and I want that back. After the pandemic, probably like get a haircut and take care of my hair more, and probably give myself hair massages so I can stimulate my scalp and grow my hair out.
Okay.
If they're girls, they probably understood this.
Okay.
You're not understanding.
Not
but
understanding. One of my goals for next year is to get more sun. I don't know if you can tell, but we've actually had to turn the white balance. We've had to shift it in the video so that I don't come out looking like Dracula. And I know I still come out kind of looking like a vampire, color-wise. This is the palest I've ever been in my entire life. Probably am more pale right now than I was when I was born.
I saw your baby pictures, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a close one.
I know.
You're pretty pale.
I'm pretty pale. I don't like it. Miss being tan. I used to be tan.
Like me.
Maybe darker.
And I'm super tan.
Sorry, my eyebrow had to ratchet up. Took a minute.
The next one on my list is something I already mentioned earlier. So it is to work on my shopping/makeup addiction.
You've already been working on that. I've been very impressed. This year, you've done really good on it.
Yeah, the past 6 months have been, okay, maybe the past 4 months, definitely.
No, even longer than that.
Really?
Yeah, you've been doing really good.
And the last thing on my list would be to definitely have a better sleep schedule next year. And that's something we've both been struggling with a lot.
I've met cats with better sleeping schedules than yours. Cats sleep during the day and are awake at night.
So my plan for that is to, slowly change my schedule and not try to do it in one day, because I've been trying to do that.
You just get tired.
I don't want to be awake at night unless I have a job. Even then, it's not worth it because humans are supposed to sleep during the night.
You need that sunshine in the morning.
I haven't been getting enough vitamin D from the sunshine.
Okay, better.
You like that one?
Yes, I like it.
Why couldn't I just say vitamin D?
I was just giving you a hard time. Last on my list is something that I really want to keep working on. I've been working on it over this year as well, but I want to keep doing it. Is that I've been really trying to learn new skills in maintaining and repairing and building guitars. It's kind of a huge passion for me. It's something I really enjoy. It's quite expensive to have other people do it for you. And I am really enjoying kind of teaching myself and going through the process and learning how to do all of that work for myself instead. The only drawback is that the tools are pretty expensive also, so you have to be willing to do that initial upfront cost. So hey, if any of you know where I can get used luthier equipment for affordable prices, let me know, because you can't search for it on the internet, because if they know what it is, it's expensive, and if they don't, you don't know how to find it. Besides that, I think that
covered all of it.
Yeah, but for me, I think I really just want to keep enjoying my time with you next year. Like, being with you is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I just want to keep that party going, you know? You make me incredibly happy, and even 2020, which has been the worst year probably in imaginable history for most of us, has still been a great year for me.
Really?
Yeah, really,
Wow.
because I got to spend it with you.
Aww.
Honestly, and that's the truth. I'm not just doing like cutesy YouTube stuff. I really mean it. Like, even through all of this, it's still been a wonderful year, and I really appreciate it, and I love you very much.
That really means a lot to me, babe. And I love you so much too.
Okay, guys, if you want to leave a comment and tell us what your top
3 or 2.
1, however much typing you want to do, your top resolution for next year is. If you have any suggestions for things that we should change that we forgot, let us know. Otherwise, like, subscribe, hit that bell, leave a comment. I was gonna say leave a review, but this isn't a podcast.
Well, they can leave a review if they want, like, what we can change or what
Sure.
I can change.
Let
my
us
videos.
know if you guys are like, hey, that Nathan guy, he's annoying, get him the heck out of here. Something like that, or like, hey Mina, you should be closer to the camera because you're so pretty.
Ew, no.
I think I like that last one.
This is close enough for me. No, thank you.
Thank you guys so much. As always, it is a pleasure.
Of course, my love. I'm glad. Thanks. I love having you here. People really like you.
That's because they don't know me.
They're watching you.
Yeah.
That's it for tonight, guys. Hopefully Nathan is gonna be willing to come back.
I'll be back next year, don't worry. And I think probably the most important thing we should tell everyone is Happy New Year's, because you're probably all going to be watching this right after New Year's.
Happy New Year's! Bye, guys. Have a great night.
Have a good night.